Gotta hit him with that.
1, 2, 3.
Yo, it's your boy Sweet Sauce.
That was probably the worst one you've done. What's up, everybody? It's another week.
Another jam-filled fuckfest.
Always.
Actually, I'm in a better mood than last episode.
The roles have changed.
Yeah.
I don't have much racing news. I didn't really look up any. Kyle Larson won, so that's a little crazy.
Your boy's rocking a solid fucking top 10 finish again.
Willie B, man.
He's
having a good year.
I'm kind of pissed because like I'm not doing better, but I'm also like I'm doing better than I thought, so I'll take it.
Yeah. I've been getting thwomped.
I keep picking all like big name people and they end up doing like mediocre.
It's really annoying because I picked Kevin Harvick because he started on pole and Harvick's been pretty good and he was dominant all of last year.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't lead a single lap. Immediately dropped to like 28th.
Nice.
And finished in like 21st. So
I'm just going to ride the Willie B train.
I went from like 3rd place to 18th. So
Kluge's wife's been crushing it.
Fuck the Klugies. I'm so over there. They're shit. I'm over there shit. It's annoying to see Kluge at the top of the leaderboard every fucking time. Except for in fantasy because I beat him.
Kluge, your family's just very alpha. And
sure,
we just can't compete. I'm sure your kid would do better than me.
See, but he's gotta show up at the end, which he can't. We've already proven that.
It's like him during sex, I can guarantee you. Like strong beginning, but just can't finish.
No, right. Or he finishes too early.
Allie, let us know.
Right, he finishes. He's finishing at the beginning of the season, and if we talk about the fantasy football, Shep and I we could have thwomped him in the playoffs, and I did, right? Because he sucked.
Yeah.
Only guy to beat him twice, me. Oh, that's right. I was the only guy to beat him.
I could have beat him if I played him.
Yeah, absolutely. You could have.
Because I showed up, sort of. Well, enough. Not enough to beat you.
Until I beat you.
Yeah. Okay. We got it.
And then I beat him.
Yes, we got it. Thank you. You beat my meat. Pretty good, so.
And then I got thwomped.
Yeah.
Dak signed a new deal. I don't know if you saw that or not.
I literally just saw that as
he signed it about 20 minutes ago. About half an hour ago.
What's your opinion on him?
So I like him. I like him a lot because I know what kind of... Well, I don't want to say I like him a lot.
Does he live to the hype, though? That's my biggest question.
I don't think it's him that's going, I need $40 million or more. I think it's his team. Not the Cowboys, but I mean like his agent and shit like that.
He doesn't seem like that kind of guy.
No, right, because
Ezekiel Elliott, on the other hand, seems like that kind of guy.
And he is. Yeah. He is that kind of guy.
Right.
And he's $130 million for 3 years or some shit like that.
Yeah.
4 years. More, that's probably like 5, but still, it's a lot of money for a running back.
He's good too, but it's another one of those like very classic like LeBron James cases. Like, you're good. We get it. You're good.
Yeah.
I don't know why that whole like that just has to be
tell
like,
us every 2 minutes.
Yeah, I just don't get that.
Yeah.
Like, you don't hear Derrick Henry doing that.
Right, and
Derrick Henry choke slams people.
Right.
So you don't hear him doing that shit. Like, I don't know.
I'm overseeing LeBron James on ESPN every 2 minutes of my life.
Fucking God. I literally... And then
I
they're talking about the Space Jam 2 movie, and it's like, oh, LeBron James.
He is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, basketball players of all time. I get it.
Did you hear about...
But he doesn't have to be on
Space
ESPN
Jam.
every 2 fucking seconds.
Did you hear about them cutting Pepe Le Pew?
Who's Pepe Le Pew?
You don't know Pepe Le Pew?
No.
The little skunk, the perverted little skunk from Looney Tunes?
Okay. Yeah.
They cut him. New York Times did an article saying that he was, like, perpetuating rape culture.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which... I'm not gonna say he is or he isn't, but it's like that cartoon's been out. Say something. That cartoon's been out for 50 fucking years, and now you decide to have a problem with it. It's like, just let it. Nobody watches it anymore. Okay, I saw it. The one dude from Barstool made a video about it.
Which one?
KFC.
Okay. His rants. His 1 minute rants.
Right, and he is very neutral in the whole thing. He's like, you're stupid to think that it's not a little weird that he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
But you're also stupid to think that any kid nowadays is going to even know who he is.
Right.
Like you did. Like you knew who he was.
We grew up on Looney Tunes. I still don't know who he was.
Right. You knew who he was, but like not by name. So if you think a fucking kid's gonna know, I don't know. So that was I don't know if he was in the movie or not, but
these past 3 weeks have been pretty wild about cancel culture.
Yeah, I just heard that he got cut from the movie, so I don't know if that was a cut before this happened or cut in response to this happening.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's like back in the day when they were trying to say that video games cause violence, or
they're still trying to do it.
Tom and Jerry's too violent.
I watched we were watching a documentary the other day, and it had like 5 of the top serial killers ever.
Yeah.
And I researched Ted Bundy for school at some point, and watched a lot of things about him, trying to learn about him, whatever. And I never knew that he tried to plead that pornography caused him to do it.
What?
Yeah, he to molest and rape and defile the dead bodies.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So it's like on the same thing of like video games made people kill people.
Yeah, I don't think there's ever been a porn out there
that's made you want to. Oh yeah, I want to go do that.
Well, not even that.
I want to break into a house. Yeah.
That's even depicted it.
There's
been like.
Well, I guess they've always been like.
There's been like role playing ones where like there's a robber or whatever,
yeah.
But it's never been like. I don't know.
I'm sure there is.
There was that whole shit where Belle Delphine got in heat for getting all tied up and shit, and she pretty much went on and saying like, it's a kink that exists.
Yeah.
And it's existed for a long time. Let it exist.
Right.
And I can't say as if I agree or disagree, but I don't know if like it's like its own world almost. Mm-hmm. It's not like going into it, this isn't real.
Yeah.
It's like a movie. Like this is not, because what's the difference between that and then a movie that hints towards that?
Right.
Like a movie doesn't show it necessarily.
Yeah. How are we not saying
there's movies
and there are movies that do show it? Like
there's movies
like
out
50
there
Shades and stuff. Like,
there's movies out there that hint to or allude to sexual assault and all that stuff, and it's like they don't say anything about that.
Right.
So, but the porn actually shows it, so that's a problem. So
whatever.
Anyway, side tangent.
I think we're all just a bunch of bitches.
Everybody's a little puss boy. I'm a puss boy.
Well, your name's Big Puss Boy.
Yeah, in the league. Yeah, my name's Big Puss Boy. Oh, one word, Big Puss Boy.
I found out too about that is those bars that they put on windows in like cities and
like
stuff.
in the hood.
Yeah.
Well,
not just the hood, but in like bigger cities.
Yeah. Like stores and shit.
That wasn't a thing until Richard Ramirez.
Who the fuck's Richard Ramirez?
The Night Stalker. He's a serial killer.
Oh. I didn't know that.
Basically, it was just because L.A. was so hot,
mm-hmm.
they wanted to keep their windows open, but they didn't want to give him the ability to get into because that's how he got in. Was the windows were always open because it was hot. So they started putting bars up so that he couldn't get in, but they keep their windows open.
Interesting.
But I mean, he used a gun most of the time, so he could probably just shoot through the window.
Yeah, and they have a lot more practical use anyway. So. Like aside from just the random guy trying to jump through your window and sniff your pants.
Yeah. I mean, he was killing them, so a little more than just that.
Well, yeah,
but yeah, no, right. It stops a lot of things from happening. It keeps your window a little bit safer too from like high winds and crap.
The first time I saw that was in Texas. I was with
the bars.
Yeah, I was with my.
What they use it for tornadoes?
No, it was by the border.
Oh,
yeah. So I was in Brownsville. This is where my old roommate's family's from.
That's right there.
And that is like right there.
Yeah.
We had to go through a few check stops on the way, and like so I mean it's close, and they pretty much like it's a nice environment. Like it's not run down and shitty. It's just all the stores and houses and like the certain part of the area just are all
gated and
it's almost like it's just casually like, oh yeah.
You never know.
Which I get it. But it is crazy.
It's a crazy world.
Well, I got like, coming from my sheltered environment, I was like, oh, what the fuck? Am I going to get robbed? Like, what's going on? It gives you like the... And then I was
literally, you can almost walk into our stores.
Yeah. And then I was talking to like one of his family members, and they're like, no, we just have them just because like there's been a few random, so they figured I'd just do it to stay safe. So it's
not everybody's nice and happy.
But yeah.
What can you do, right? Yeah.
Do we have a race coming up? Do I have one coming up?
The end of March, the 26th through the 28th. So it'd be Friday, or Saturday start time.
Mm-hmm.
So the 26th or 27th is going to start, and then it could go into the. Wait, no. I don't know why it says the 20. Oh, I forgot that they've started doing like 5 start times instead of 2.
Mm-hmm.
So it could start later in the day, Saturday, and then run into Sunday. But we have currently at the moment we have 4, possibly 5 cars.
Jesus Christ!
Ready for that? It's a 12-hour race.
Have we had a few other people join the team since?
We did. Well, no, I guess, yeah, because we had the Frenchies joining last time, the French Connection.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've had, I think, 2 or 3 more join up since then. A couple more oval guys, a couple more road guys.
It's no longer a group chat. It's like a fucking server. Like it's a
server, yeah. It's a full-blown thing. It's funny.
We're in this.
It's funny how like crazy it's grown, but
thank you, Reddit.
Right.
Reddit does a lot of things.
Reddit and league racing, because that's where people like Jen and Mike, their friends, are in leagues with them.
Oh.
And they're like, hey, this guy's been looking for a team and he wants to do endurance races. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Bring him on.
Yeah.
More cars.
Right.
More chances of winning. Yeah, that's kind of it. That's all I got.
I have this weird.
It's gonna be another short episode. Sorry, guys.
I have this cool little. I was watching a YouTube video, and 2 things. I was gonna ask you what your favorite YouTuber is.
HWR Racing.
Nice.
No, it's actually.
I was thinking of this when I was showering and masturbating.
Who do I watch the most? Because you go in. I don't know how you are, but like I go in like a month of this guy, a month of this guy, a month of this guy, but there's always like one that's overlying everybody. Yeah. It used to be Achievement Hunter, to be honest with you.
What's your best? Okay, so what's your like most favorite content? Like I'm a commentary kind of guy, so I like commentary YouTubers that just make fun of people.
Oh, okay.
Or like we'll play a game and do commentary over it.
Yeah.
So like Cody Ko, Noel Miller, those guys do commentary. There's a dude, Philion. He's a little smaller, but he does like fitness commentary. Makes fun of people that say they're natural, but they're on steroids.
Oh.
And then my favorite all time is the Russian Badger.
Of course, it's always the Russians.
No, it's just his name.
I know.
He blew up playing Siege videos.
Okay.
But he's since branched off because not many people are into Siege anymore.
Yeah.
But he plays games and he's just fucking funny. Like,
so that's how
are just hilarious.
I used to be with HWR Speedy.
Mm-hmm.
You know who that is? Yeah, I mean he was one of like the people who founded YouTube, like of the funny gaming videos. Yeah. And his whole clan. That was probably like that's what got me into YouTube.
Yeah,
it was those guys, and then I found Achievement Hunter, watched Achievement Hunter for years, and now they have this whole like scandal. I just don't want to deal with the crap. I know whenever like a YouTuber hits any sort of scandal, you never know if it's real. You never know if they're just doing it for publicity, and you're also like, how many of you actually knew are pretending not to know?
It's so bad now with like TikTok does that all the time. Listening to fucking Portnoy's podcast. Mm-hmm. That, according to them and that Josh Richards kid, like people fake beef or fake drama to get attention all the fucking time. So now I like every time I see something, I don't believe it because I'm like, is that
I don't
real?
think the thing with Achievement Hunter was that was pretty real. There was rumors that people were grooming, but the guy was like, I wasn't. She told me she was older.
Right.
Whatever. So he was one of my favorite, if not, the guy who did it. And I was like, all right, I'm over this shit because your content sucks without him. See ya.
Yeah.
I'm done with your crap.
Yeah.
Which sucks because he allegedly isn't a good dude.
Right.
And you're like, I liked him the most.
Well, that gets into the argument of like, you separate the content from the creator.
Right.
Because people say that about fucking 6ix9ine. People say he's a scumbag, but everybody likes his music.
Right.
So you should be allowed to like what they did and not agree what they did. Like what they did. Like you know. Yeah. So
it's like with Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
You know, like you can. Yeah. I love him as an actor. Big Scientology guy.
Yeah. So you just separate the two.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, no, I asked because
I don't really know who my favorite is because I watch so many different ones, or I won't watch
who
any.
Who started with me is actually the clique of Filthy Frank, iDubbbz, and Max Mofo when they were doing their like run of before ad issues hit YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
And YouTube was a minefield of like edgelords and fucking just shit. Like it was bad.
Actually, you know what? Before you go on, Gameology might be one of my favorites. I love when they bring in like veterans or for which I think it was Mortal Kombat. They brought in guys who are like mixed martial arts specialists.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's realistic. That's not. That's so stupid. Whatever.
Yeah.
And I love when they go through like certain levels of Call of Duty with the Rangers, and they're like, wow, that's actually really realistic. And obviously with game controls, you can't really lean and point your gun down at the same time, but that's really cool. Wow. Yeah. And they're like, oh, that was stupid as fuck. You die.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny is on that same breath, there was a video that I saw. So I play For Honor. You've played For Honor. Yep. In the newest faction that came out, they actually had a Shaolin monk come in and do a video and watch the 4 new characters that they released. Mm-hmm. And one of them is like supposed to be a Shaolin monk. So he is like trained in all of the fighting and everything, and he was watching like their moves and what they were doing, and he was pointing out like specific things they're doing as they're fighting that is like spot on to what actually happens. And then some stuff that's like he's like, oh, this is like sloppy technique, or this wouldn't work, or right. And I thought that was really cool because I'm like, damn, I didn't actually think that the game went so far so that they actually adapted real
training.
Life fighting techniques into the game. So I was like, yeah, that's kind of cool. They actually put some time into this.
It's cool to see. They're like, you know, there was one point where they're like, this was probably my favorite game to watch, like to review or whatever for you guys.
Yeah.
Until he ran up a hill. Because the guy's like, he's carrying 150 pounds worth of gear.
Yeah.
He ain't running up there that quickly.
Right.
It's like you don't think of it like that ever. So it's kind of cool.
Or you don't think that any part of Call of Duty is accurate. You think it's all just fabricated for the game, but there are some like little aspects that are pretty.
That room clearing in Modern Warfare, I think it was.
Oh yeah, like the beginning in the reboot, the newest one.
Yeah, the newest. No, well, yeah, because they have not the newest one because the newest one's.
Oh well, yeah, the newest one's Cold War, but. The newest Modern Warfare.
Yes, because they eventually find out there's this terrorist cell in this house or whatever, and they clear it. They have to go room to room like they do in real life.
I think I've seen that video. You either sent it to me or I've seen it somehow.
Did I? Yeah, it's freaking it's epic because they're like that's the great technique, except for the gun's pointed right at your buddy's back, which is terrible. But you can't make that in a game, so whatever.
Yeah,
it's cool. Yeah, I think whenever they upload, I always watch it. So I think I'd have to go with them.
Yeah. So like I said, I first started with like the Filthy Frank iDubbbz. They were commentary, but they were like on the obscene end of it, like really graphic, really.
Yeah, you can't even say like crap anymore.
Yeah. So they got snuffed out by the ad apocalypse that came through, and then I picked up Russian Badger and Tuxbird, both siege tubers, and then it evolved into I got into like the edgier side of people that play siege. I got into like Soup, McNasty, The Do. Like these guys they also play siege videos. They're also commentary style channels, but they're fucking like they're so riding the line of not allowed on YouTube and allowed on YouTube that they're that's kind of my type of humor. But the reason why I brought it up is because Badger did this thing where he was talking about Bionicles.
Oh.
And I know we were a big fan of Bionicles. And my second point was I wanted to ask you, could the original Bionicles, like the group of them, beat the shit out of Thanos if they existed in the same
Hell
world?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
They can control elements. Oh, dude, I gotta watch that movie, you know?
Yeah, he brought up, like, that thought experiment. He's like, you can't tell me that the original Bionicles wouldn't beat the shit out of Thanos.
Hell yes, they could.
It was just, and I like Thanos, but I'm telling you, man, those original Bionicles, they were fucking, whew, those guys were savages. Like, the OG. I remember I had, like, almost all of them.
Yeah, I think between the two of us, we did.
Yeah, because we had the different the different colors.
I remember the ones that roll that you could turn into like a ball and they roll.
Yeah. The big ones, the fucking
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
it. I remember the ones that had like when you lifted their like mane, it had a little alien in it.
Yeah.
Oh, they were the bad alien or the bad.
They looked like fucking like Alien from the movie.
Yeah. Dude, I miss that shit so much.
Yeah, dude. Have you seen like
what is the no, like because they all started as little guys and then they got powered up and they were like big dudes.
Oh yeah.
What are they called? What are those?
Oh, I remember the little ones too. Those were funny.
And they played that little game.
Yeah,
oh, dude.
I'm gonna tell you that was toys from that era were so much better. Like if you look at the Transformers now, you look at the fucking. I don't even think they make
the Transformers are pretty cool now because they're super realistic.
Yeah, but they don't. Some of them aren't as like intricate. They're really easy.
No, because they're so detailed that you break it all the time.
Yeah, so they're so easy to transform. Back in the day, some of them I just couldn't figure out.
Yeah, I remember there was a few times that we'd out of vehicle mode
and then couldn't get it back.
And they're like, all right, he's just staying that way.
I could not figure it out. They had directions, and I still couldn't fucking figure it out.
We broke a few legs off in our time.
So that was some fucking...
That's a memory.
And then, like, I don't even think they make Bionicles anymore. There was a period where I was getting... They weren't Bionicles. They were a different brand of something similar.
Yeah.
But they started to get just, like, larger. Like, the pieces got larger.
Oh,
like, the Bionicle was literally, like, you had every single little connector and everything to put it together. As they evolved, they got bigger to get rid of the small pieces so kids wouldn't fucking eat them.
There was one point where you could pretty much put like the arm joint of a different one onto this so that it have just a swinging motion.
Yeah.
You could just rotate it. And
yeah, you could start mixing them and shit. So that was...
oh, dude, we had so much fun.
Yeah, there was some... I still got all my old shit.
We were creative as fuck.
Yeah, I still have all of my old Bionicles, all the old Transformers, my old Gundams. I still have all that shit.
Those
were some toys, dude. Have you rewatched the series? I rewatched that.
I watched the first season, and I'm in my glory.
Yeah. Yeah.
You remember that guy?
Yeah. It's like holy shit. When the dude the red one with the yellow horns came out. I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
I don't know if you remember these. Do you remember Zoids?
Oh, I think so.
They were just huge robots. They were very similar to Gundam, but they were like animals.
Uh-huh. I think so. Yeah.
And you had like the Liger.
Yes.
The blue Liger.
Yes.
That was my favorite show as a kid.
That's ultimately what I was going to, just a big reminisce. So I had to ask about the YouTuber first. And
dude.
Then, so I thought about that, and I was like, you know what? No, that's a good...
Do you remember who your first YouTube, like the first YouTube video you watched? Or like the first YouTuber or whatever? Mine was FPS Russia.
Is that the Airsoft dude?
No, that's the real guns guy.
Oh.
He had literally every gun you could think of. And then he got raided for all his illegal weapons.
Oh, God. I think the first person I watched was either...
Oh, or maybe Frank. Or Fred, sorry. Fred was one of the first two.
The first one I can remember where I actually like sat down, made an account, subscribed to a channel, and watched their videos was when... Filthy Frank got popular. I think.
And it was tough to find creators that you liked because we didn't have the social media.
Right. And it was that, and then I got into this small YouTuber from Canada, J-Hoff Films. And
actually, I think I've recently just seen something of him.
He rips on, like, music. Like, he
Maybe
does.
Not.
So the videos I fell in love with from him were the ones that
does he
made fun of genres of heavy metal.
Of course.
It was hilarious because it's so like accurate.
Does he do everything wrong with movies?
Maybe.
I feel like he did that. There was recently it was like everything wrong with Megalodon or Meg with Jason Statham. I always do this. Jason.
Oh yeah, his name is
Statham. And it was they basically were like this ecologically couldn't happen type of shit. It's hilarious.
I don't think.
No, different guy. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to movies. I'm tired.
Which movie?
I'm actually going with a show.
Okay.
And I started watching it last week. I started rewatching it last week. I've seen every single episode 4 or 5 times. White Collar with Matt Brommer, but it's basically a con man, forgery, whatever you want to call him. He's like, I'll work with the FBI. I can't do another 4 years of prison, like whatever. And they're like, all right, cool, because we need help. And it's one of my favorite shows of all time. It's just so good. They get a lead on a case. He's like, that's a forgery. If I was him, I'd be doing this, this, and this. Sure enough, that's exactly what the guy's doing. And they go and catch the criminal. And it's one of those USA shows. I don't know if you ever really watched any USA shows.
No.
Very similar to like Burn Notice, which is also one of my favorite movies or shows. Where it's just, to me, it's like essentially what Marvel did to movies. Enough drama, enough funny, enough action, enough,
like the right combo.
They brought every genre into this one show, movie, whatever you want to say, and it turned it good. And I think USA show, like the 3 or 4 USA shows that are like that, like Psych, was perfect at doing that type of shit. So for me, that's like a 9.5.
Oh wow,
I love that show, and it's like the 5th run through I've done. So it's like Friends for everybody else. I fucking hate Friends. Friends is stupid.
I never watched it. Never will.
Same with The Office.
I gave The Office a shot. Watched it fully, like
stupid,
all the way through. There was a couple funny moments.
Right. Just not enough.
It got kind of like heartfelt and touching when Steve Carell's character left and then came back for Jim's wedding. Yeah. So I'll give you that. But other than that, no. I don't see why it was hyped as much as it was. I thought Parks and Rec was better. If we're going to talk about like comedy style shows, kind of like that, I thought Parks and Rec was better. So that's the one with.
Just can't do those type of shows. Boring. Is it messing with you?
What?
The glass, because it's fucking me up.
No.
I'm turning it backwards where it was.
It has what's his name?
It has Chris Pratt in it. Chris Pratt. Amy Schumer. Not Amy Schumer.
No, not Amy Schumer.
What's her name?
I hate Amy Schumer. Isn't it Amy Poehler or something?
Amy Poehler.
I don't know.
I don't think it's Amy Poehler. All right, whatever. Do your movie.
Well, I was gonna. I'll go to the movie, but when you talk about shows, I was gonna. We talked about WandaVision.
Oh yeah.
Last time, I think. Have you seen anything recently from their last episode?
I heard a little bit about it.
Bruh, I kind of want to watch it now.
Same.
I kind of want to watch it now.
It's the first time that I've actually been like, all right.
Yeah, like it kind of got
now
spoiled.
You're bringing in some stuff.
It kind of got spoiled a little bit for me, but I'm also kind of like, bruh.
Oh, I have another movie after yours. I forgot that I wanted to review.
If you haven't seen it all the fuck over social media, she finally dons the Scarlet Witch outfit.
Oh, you're right, Amy Poehler.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Not like the fake one from the Halloween gag that they did.
Right.
The thing that sucks about the show is it might, like, the beginning I've heard is kind of drags.
Right.
But then it picks up and it's like, if the beginning drags, I might be like,
That's it's tough. Like, the beginning can't suck. The middle can suck. Beginnings and ends can't suck.
Yeah. And my whole thing is, like, I think the one thing that I'm not going to like that kind of looks like is happening is she's supposed to make an appearance in the new Doctor Strange movie.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and the problem is if you don't watch the show,
you're
going to get to that Doctor Strange movie, and then it's going to be like, oh, shit, she's Scarlet Witch now. Why the fuck does she look like that? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Oh, she read the Darkhold? What the fuck's the Darkhold? Do you even know what that is? And then it's like, well, okay, hold on. Then you got to, backtrack, and it's like, that's going to kind of piss me off, because, like, I really don't want to watch Falcon and what's his fuck. Like, that does not interest me at all.
Yeah.
And I don't want to watch Loki. That doesn't interest me either.
No, because I think that's going to be more of like a comedy skit.
Yeah, and so like
that's
I'm
why
just kind of like,
I feel like those three, they should, in my opinion, these 3 shows probably shouldn't have been made. Until I watch them, and then I'll be like, yeah, they're good.
This one, I think, really pushes, because a lot of people question like, oh, when is Vision coming back? Because everybody was like, oh, he dies, but like there's another version of Vision. We got him, right? So in the show, and it's also like, I don't know, there was some cool stuff in the show, like the Darkhold. For me, that is cool because I saw Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is the first time the Darkhold was ever mentioned in Marvel, and it was mentioned in the new version of Ghost Rider. So I've talked about him before, where it's not the Nick Cage Ghost Rider, it's with the Robbie Reyes kid who's got the Challenger that gets all fucking Ghost Ridered out, which is cool. And they talk about the book in that season. And then fast forward, somehow this old witch lady gets a hold of the book. So there's been talk that like they might not even acknowledge that it was in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which would kind of suck. Like there's a disconnect. Oh. Because some are owned by different things. So like I found out that the reason why they never called her Scarlet Witch in the movies is because Fox owned it. Now Fox doesn't own it anymore, so she can.
Which is the problem with
Fantastic Four is getting their own movie now.
Fantastic Four, Wolverine, or not Wolverine, but the X-Men. They're all owned by Fox.
Yeah, well, now that Fox has been acquired, Fantastic Four is getting their movie.
Yeah, with Krasinski.
Yeah,
Krasinski's Mr. Fantastic.
And
they announced
there was a dude that said they wanted to do the Human Torch. I don't remember.
But shit, who was it gonna be?
Yeah,
I forgot that they not announced, but
he had expressed interest. Yeah, said he was gonna do it or something. I know what you're talking about.
Damn.
But I'm kind of like, fuck, dude. I want to watch the show because there's a couple scenes that I saw and it's like it looks fucking like it looks beautiful. Like it looks like they did a good job with her and like getting, but she's getting like it's getting deep into like deep cut Marvel shit, which I think at a certain point people are going to drop off and be like, I can't keep up with this. Right, it's kind of where I'm at too, because like I don't know if I want to watch all these shows,
which sucks because there's a lot of times where you need the shows to watch the movies, like you said,
right?
And I'm scared that like the movies that I'm actually genuinely looking forward to, Immortals and that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. What do I need to know going into the movie? Because there isn't really like a written, hey, you have to watch this,
obviously afterwards, but I want to watch the movie, get the reference in the movie.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch the Doctor Strange movie, but if I didn't even see the spoilers of what happened in this show, I wouldn't have any idea what the fuck's going on.
Right.
And I don't know if you knew this too. The black agent woman in that show.
In what show?
WandaVision.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen her?
No. I haven't touched WandaVision. I just...
I'm saying because I see it all over my social media. That's the only reason why I found out.
I didn't know she was in it, no.
And then I ended up watching a YouTube video that just kind of explained it because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to watch it, so let me just fucking get the quick explanation. She is the daughter to the black woman in Captain Marvel that's friends with...
Yeah.
She has powers, like Kree powers.
Oh, she got
somehow. They don't explain it, but it's a post-credit scene where she gets told to go into this movie theater because somebody's there to talk to her, and it's a person standing there, and then they take the face off. It's a Kree.
Oh.
And it's like, we need to talk, and then they point up, so like she's got to go to space and talk. So that has some connection to... People are speculating that particular character, not Scarlet Witch, that particular character is going to go into the second Captain Marvel movie. They're making that like connection.
What if she takes the oh wait, no, sorry, that's stupid.
So
I almost went with what if she's gonna be Green Lantern? That's a completely different universe.
They need to bring back Green Lantern, dog. Like a good Green Lantern, not fucking. Anyway, so that's the show that I wanted to talk about. That's a doozy. And then this movie. Everybody's talking about this movie. I care a lot.
I've been prefaced on this.
I care a lot.
Oh, hold on. We didn't start off the movie segment.
Oh, right. Yeah, movie segment.
Woman
Woman Wonder.
Wonder Woman 1984. It's god awful.
8419.
It's just the worst movie. It's slowly becoming more. I might hate it more than Joker now. Like it's growing that much pain against me. They're like on the same level right now.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
I've just like that was the dumbest movie I've ever seen.
I agree.
Why did they have to do it that way? You fucking bitches.
If it wasn't for the end of this movie I'm about to talk about, this movie would be on that list.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna. Do you want spoilers?
Sure, I'm not gonna watch it after your brief explanation. To me.
So spoiler warning: if you haven't seen this movie yet, because it's relatively new, no.
No.
Just no. Just no. Get the fuck out of here. It takes Peter Dinklage, who I think is an amazing actor and did a phenomenal job, and just takes a fat dookie on his chest.
Just a fat dookie.
Just no, dude. It has the same problem Wonder Woman had. You try to push an agenda. Get the fuck out. Make a movie. Make a goddamn movie. Yeah. It's just so infuriating because I usually don't even like. When it came to Wonder Woman, like I was kind of watching it, I was like, yeah, this is kind of agenda pushy, but like whatever. I'm trying to watch it for the movie. This one actually got me to like cringe.
Mid-movie.
Right off the bat. Right in the beginning. Yeah. It just smacked you, and I'm like, oh my fuck. So the premise of the movie is she is a ward of the state. No, she takes care of wards of the state.
Okay.
She's a scammer, essentially. She has a doctor in her pocket, and this doctor embellishes on older people's conditions to force the state, I don't even know what state, to force the state court to say, oh, they can't take care of themselves, so we're going to give you into her custody. She's going to be your legal guardian. She's going to take care of you.
And take your money.
And take all your money. Sell your house, just drain you for all your money, stick you in an old lady home, blah, blah, blah. So that's the premise of the movie. The movie starts off with her in court, and this guy's bitching because he can't see his mother because she locks everybody else out to prevent them from stopping her, from getting all the money. And she has a legit business, a legit company, but it's based off of a scam. So the dude loses the court case, and he comes running out of the courtroom, and she's talking to her girlfriend at the car, like, woo, we won, whatever. And then he comes out, and he's like, hey, bitch. And he's, like, yelling at her. And he's like, fuck you, I can't go see my mom, and blah, 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 and then spits in her face. And then she, like, gets all defensive and, like, said something like, oh, if you ever do that again, I'll rip your balls off or some shit like that. Or, like, I don't need... It hits you with the I don't need a man thing, like, right in the fucking... right in the nuts, just right off the beginning. And like,
we've said this before, we don't care what you
I don't care. I'm not saying I agree or disagree with anybody's point of view. I just don't want to watch a movie that's forcing the, like, and it just had that undertone throughout the entire movie, and it was just very frustrating because eventually what ends up happening is she gets custody of an old lady. Come to find out, this old lady is not who she says she is. Her name is redacted. She has a fake name. She has a fake... it's actually like the concept of the movie, that's what's so frustrating. It's so fucking cool. This old lady has fake tax records going back 40 years, fake job, no children, nothing. Wow. She's clean. But she has a son that nobody knows about who's the head of the Russian mafia. And that's Peter Dinklage.
No.
Yes. It's kind of weird, but it's funny.
Okay. Is this meant to be a funny movie?
No, it's meant to be stone cold serious.
Really?
Which he does a good job.
No, but it's just... That sounds mean, I guess, right? Yeah.
He does a good job.
But he's not a Russian...
No.
He shouldn't be a Russian mob.
No, it gave me... I didn't think Russian. It gave me more like Italian vibes than Russian, if I'm talking about like mafia. But, you find out later that he was supposed to die. He's dead because he got into an accident. Like, him and this other guy that were like pretty high up got into an arson thing, and then the one died, and he faked his death to get out of the trouble. And then he's been hiding ever since. But he took his mother, who used to work at a place in Chicago, and he was afraid that she was going to get like pinched, that somebody was going to figure out who she was. So he scrubbed her identity and then moved her. And then he's been seeing her in secret for however long. Well, come to find out, she gets caught up by this scammer lady. And the scammer lady like locks her away in this nursing home. And then she kind of, while she's in the nursing home, obviously forcefully being there, not wanting to be there, she acts out and people are like, oh, see, she's acting out. She's insane. And then it gives them all the more reason to sedate her and keep her there. And, you know, and while she's sedated, she starts saying like cryptic, like, oh, he's coming for you. Like she knows, like you fucked up. Like she knows that. And it starts by a lawyer being sent and they're trying to be legit about it and try to do it legally. That doesn't work because she's like, I don't need this, blah, blah, blah. And here we go again, right? This is the whole, like, I don't need a man coming in here and telling me to do. That's where you get the whole, like, just leave that out. You could have left that out.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's the whole thing that kills me about it is she's got this chip on her shoulder this whole fucking time this movie's going on that she can do it on her own and she's more powerful than any man. And it sounds...
to each their own, but... like,
and I sound like a piece of shit talking about this. I definitely do. Because I sound like I'm pissed that that's what she's talking about. Right. And it's like, that's not it at all.
Point.
That's not it at all. Dude, go out.
We know that women are better than us.
Yeah, like, I'll admit it. Dude, I'm a scumbag. Like, I will admit that any woman is better than I am. I just don't, it takes a good movie and it shits on it.
Yeah.
Because it just is, the meaning of the movie no longer becomes this action style.
Because that's all it makes you think about.
Yeah, this action style cryptic movie, and then it turns it into like, oh, this is all I'm thinking about. So anyway, continuing on. Then the next big thing is he's like, fuck this, I'm going and I'm forcing it. So he finds the nursing home. He gets a bunch of his cronies. They go and they pretend to be getting a tour, and they end up breaking into her room trying to steal her. Two of his goons get shot. They shoot a security guard. The one dude gets arrested, and that's how you find out who Peter Dinklage's character is, because the police figure out who the guy that they arrested was, and that he used to work with this guy who is dead. He's not. Right. But they tell the girl that's running the company and her girlfriend all these names. Right, so now they know kind of who they're dealing with. The girlfriend's like, we should just leave. The other girl's like, no, I'm not giving up, blah, blah, blah. Again, driving that, you know. And then she goes all out and she gets the mother put in a psych institution, not the nursing home. So, like, locked in a room, like solitary confinement. Yeah. Like, if you're going to fuck with me, I'm going to make your life worse kind of thing. And then it just gets to the point where they have to move out of their home to try to hide. These two women do. The one girlfriend gets caught by his couple of his cronies, and she gets the shit beat out of her, almost dies. They capture the woman, take her out, try to kill her. They don't end up killing her because, and this again escapes me because she's a piece of shit, and I'm not saying that the mafia is a better alternative. Like, they're both, right. They're both pieces of shit, but what she's doing to old people is shitty. Yeah. So the movie makes you like feel like I wanted her to die in the movie. Yeah. That's what the movie was making me feel. And each time she got caught by him, and they put her in her car and injected alcohol into her to make her look like she was drunk, and then floored her car and drove it off into the water, and she just so happens to wake up as it's going in the water, so she can climb out of her seatbelt and escape. And then she's like, woo, fuck you, I escaped, you didn't kill me. And then it's like, oh my God, no, you're giving her more ammo to be full of herself and think that she could do what she's doing. And it's like, it's not, like, that's not, I don't like that. That was the first part of the movie where I thought it was going to end where she just gets killed. And that's it. And then it goes on to, she's like, I'm not giving up. And she kind of goes insane and makes this like whole plot and eventually captures Peter Dinklage. Now,
how does that work?
Problem number one, she's just a woman who runs this company, and she somehow captures the leader of a fucking mafia.
She has no training. No violent background. Like, no.
She just so happened to sneak into his building and tase his driver and the one bodyguard that was guarding him, throw him in the back of a car.
You think a mafia boss has one guy on him?
It was ridiculous. And then she drives away with him.
That's a movie. It's a movie. Whatever.
So she captured him, right? And
like, she did all this by herself.
Well, I mean, her girlfriend helped her, but yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And this is all for this old lady. And the reason why this old lady was such a big deal is because she had diamonds on her from presumably they were hot. So, but they were worth they were
big money diamonds.
Yeah. And because they were in her security box, they were hidden away and there was no records of them.
Yeah.
So Dinklage wanted the diamonds back. She's like, if you want me to give your mom back, just pay me $10 million. And he's like, I'm not doing it. And then tried to kill her, didn't kill her. Right. So then she captures him, and drugs him up and leaves him out in the woods, to die. Somebody finds him.
How?
Again, I don't know. Right. And then this part was kind of cool. This was actually, I rooted for her in this scenario.
This movie is already pissing me off. I haven't seen any of it.
It's frustrating
because it's so unrealistic.
There was good parts of it, and then there was parts of it that I was like, fuck you. But then, okay, so now, I don't know if she intended on killing him or just putting him in a coma. We'll say she didn't intend to kill him, and she just intended to put him in a coma. So she put him in a coma, and in her particular state, if somebody is a John Doe, obviously because he faked his death, so he's got no record of his existence, and they're unable to take care of themselves, they become a ward of the state. So she got legal control over him and all of his assets by doing what she did.
Yeah.
Which, you know what?
Bravo to you.
If you did that and didn't shoot your fucking mouth off, how you were going to do this without anybody else's help, and you don't need anybody to do, if you would have just done it and not said anything about it, then that was a good for you.
Yeah.
Because you just fucked him. You just pwned him.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn.
I haven't heard that forever.
I was like, damn, that was actually pretty tight, because he's sitting there and he can't do anything.
Yeah.
He can't fucking do anything. They could keep sending people to kill her, but.
Although if he's a John Doe, how do they know what assets are his?
I think she
illogical.
can
That's illogical because they don't know who he is. How are they going to find any of his records, any of his bank statements, any of that shit?
True.
Because his name is unknown.
Anyway, movie.
Sorry, that's the criminal justice background.
Yeah,
shit.
It's a movie. Okay. So
whenever we don't understand movie,
yeah,
it's fine.
So I was just like, damn, that was pretty tight, because she fucking got him.
Yeah.
She's sitting there with this smug ass look on her face, got him.
Apparently it's not going to be a little short episode.
Yeah, what are we at?
47.
I've been shooting my mouth off.
No, I'm good with it. It's fine.
And then it kind of fast forwards a little bit, and then they're together sitting by the window in the hospital, and they're talking. She's like, all right, you pay me 10 and I give your mom back, and then you're good. Because he's back now, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's no longer, after he becomes, is nursed to full health, she no longer has control.
Oh, okay. Because he's young enough.
Right. So, but while he still is not feeling well, she still has the control. So she's leveraging it and saying, look, you need to either pay me the 10 or I'm going to do this, and then make it difficult for you and your mother, since she controls them both.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'll give you the 10. You win. Or we go into business together.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, ooh, because she essentially just proved to him that she's ruthless.
Yeah.
She'll do anything for money, because she just wants money.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just like, fuck it. Yeah, I'll do it. So they do it. And in business, her company was very small, and she just ran the state. She had competition. He's talking national. You're going to run a company that's nationally known for warding people.
Yeah.
And we're going to make our own branch of nursing homes to do it in. We're going to make our own prescription medication. We're going to, he pumped her full of so much money to make this multi-billion-dollar company that she could run. And he's her partner, unknown partner. He gets part of it on the DL, but she owns it, she runs it, and then he gets money. So he essentially wins because he gets more money than he put into the business, and she wins because she gets more than the 10 mil. And she's like, well, how do we trust each other? And he's like, if we're both making money, we're going to trust each other. So it's kind of like one of those. Yeah. I was like, also very good.
Yeah.
Very good, and I was very satisfied with that. And then the whole, the ending of the movie that killed me is it just shows her in, how she's very successful, shows her new house, her new car. It shows her in, the Forbes 40 under 40, and,
oh, shit.
She's, making moves, and, she's doing this interview. And while this interview goes on, she's like faking it. She's like, oh, we just care about these people, and she, very ruthless. And then at the end, she's with her girlfriend, and they're gonna get into like her car, and they're talking and living it up. And then the dude in the beginning that spit in her face, you could see him kind of faintly in the background. And back in the beginning, I forgot to say this part. She said that she told this guy, she's like, you don't know how many times guys have threatened me, and they think they can threaten me because they have a penis, but they never actually do. Like, that's exactly what she said. And so she thinks that every threat that she gets is an empty threat. Dude comes up from behind her, fucking shoots her.
Oh,
yeah.
What a twist.
Yeah.
Dude, that's insane. I might watch it just for that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the ending redeemed it for me, because I'm like, fuck you. Like, I was like 4 a.m, and I'm like, woo, fuck you. Like, you deserve that.
That's insane.
Because I was not expecting that ending, and she just
doesn't that just make us look really bad?
It does, but I don't even care, because it made you feel like every threat she gets is an empty threat, because even Dinklage is like, I'll just kill you, and he never could.
Yeah.
So she almost seems untouchable, and then this guy's just like, you would never let me see my mom, and she fucking died. Fuck you. Shoots her. It was that simple.
Both, or just her?
No, just her.
Just her.
So it's like you got what you deserved. Like, you're being a shitty person. You're being a shitty person, and you're keeping these old ladies and old guys away from their kids just so you could drain all their money.
That's insane.
And you think you're untouchable.
What a twist.
And you really think you're untouchable now that you essentially just like beat the mob, and then essentially got him to give you everything you've ever wanted, just to get shot by a dude that you fucked with earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know how far earlier, but it's like, you don't know who you're fucking with. Like, this dude went batshit insane and killed her.
Yeah.
I was like,
that goes with like that you don't know what people are going through type of thing, where like,
yeah.
You know?
Like, you fucked with it. You fucked with the dude and his family, and we're like, oh, you're making empty threats. Oh, you're not going to do anything.
Fuck you.
Yeah, he's
bitch.
like, how empty is this threat? Fucking shoots her. And I was like, whoa, shit. It was, yeah. I still don't think the movie's good.
Wow.
I'm still going to give it a 6.4.
But you have to admit, like, that's one of the better twists of movies.
It was very, like, I do have to admit, the good part about it, the very redeeming part about the movie, was very roller coaster ride-esque.
Yeah.
Like,
that's how
this might happen. Oh, wait, shit, that didn't happen. This is going to happen. Oh, shit, that's fucking cool. And then the ending, he's like, boom, fuck.
That's how I felt about Interstellar with, like, the twist. It was like, oh, my God, what's next? I don't understand what's next now.
I straight up would have been satisfied just by her, like, winning the way she did. By getting him and then becoming her ward.
Right.
As if to say, like, fuck you. And I was just like, wow, that was a doozy.
That's wild.
Yeah, it could have been so much better if it had fixed a few issues, but yeah.
Which is the same thing with Wonder Woman.
I will say that I will arguably admit that I would watch through this movie. Like, me telling you about this movie and telling you about the issues in it, I would say it's worth watching through it, even though it's very agenda pushy, as opposed to Wonder Woman. If I described to you how Wonder Woman was, like, aside from all of the agenda pushing Wonder Woman did,
it was still a bad movie.
It was still a bad movie. This one, on the other hand, is a good movie, but it just has all the agenda pushing that makes it bad. So if you just forget about that and watch through the movie, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
There's some stuff in it that's a little unrealistic, sure, but
right. And we in Wonder Woman we saw literally her arch nemesis go from good to bad in 2 hours.
Good to bad to non-existent anymore.
Right. Just good to bad to good.
Yeah, and good to bad to I'm no longer the bad guy anymore. All right.
And this is the one that is constant in every single comic that she's in.
Yeah. So.
And she's just fine now.
Yeah, we're not gonna get back into that one. We'll be here all night.
Oh, dude, that shit pissed me off. It's funny that you asked me about, or I forgot about Wonder Woman, because I was with my cousin was over at my grandparents last night, or 2 nights ago, or whatever. And she goes, "Have you seen?" Because they know, everyone knows that I watch movies as much as I can.
Yeah.
Hey, have you seen Wonder Woman yet? And I was like, "Do you want my honest answer?"
Please tell me they didn't say it was good.
No. She hasn't seen it yet.
Oh, okay.
She probably won't like it, or she probably won't dislike it for the same reasons.
Yeah.
Y'all know what I'm trying to get at. But I was like, it was top 2 worst movies I've ever seen. And she's like, what?
So bad.
What do you mean? It was so hyped up.
Oh, bad.
Yeah.
Oh, my fuck.
That's why it's so bad.
Yeah, because it was hyped. It was hyped to oblivion and fucking sucked. It didn't deliver.
It was.
I'll say the same thing about Game of Thrones. I'll say the same thing about fucking a couple of the new Star Wars movies.
Game of Thrones was one of our favorite shows ever.
Last season, hyped to fuck, didn't live up.
We
to
literally
it.
watched the last 2 seasons together.
Yeah, not happy with how it ended.
And then the final episode, we're just like, this is.
Yeah, kind of pissed about that.
It's like what you when this happens, you walk out of the theater.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that I was home when I was watching Wonder Woman because I would have been like, I spent $8 and 2 hours of my time at a location where I could have just been like,
you gotta drive home and you're all pissed about it. Yeah,
that's how we were with Joker. We were just pissed on the drive home.
My fuck. Oh, the movie sucked.
You, me, Lauren, and Taylor. We went out and it was just.
Oh, that movie fucking blew.
Why did they make it so much of society made bad people when he clearly had choices that he made that were his own doing?
Why did they give me more Joker? Give me less depressed random guy that becomes Joker. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, right. Don't call it. You should call it.
If like he's Joker for the last 5 minutes.
Don't make it just Joker. It's got to be Joker, the story or the beginning or whatever. Like, it can't be. If it's just Joker, he needs to already be Joker.
Or I say you just call it the puss boy that became the Joker.
Yeah. That was such a stupid movie.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So that was, man, I talked a lot today.
That's fine. I'm good with it. It was nice.
People are so going to hate me for my comments on that movie too, by the way.
But it's not like you hate women.
It's not. And I don't.
We hate movies that have any agenda on either side, any whatever. We don't care what the agenda is.
My view's out of it completely.
Maybe I agree. Okay. I tell you, there's only one agenda pushing movie that I like. And it's 13 Hours. But that's for different reasons.
Yeah.
Whatever. Every other agenda movie. Okay. Yep. Agenda pushing movie. Right, left, center, far right, far left. Whatever it is.
I've said it before. You keep politics out of movies.
Unless it's a political movie, obviously. Like, right. I get that. Sure.
Yeah.
Which 13 Hours
even
was.
A documentary or whatever. But.
Yeah. Right.
You keep them out of sports. Get the fuck. Give me sports. Give me football. I'm here to watch football. I'm here to watch people get CTE. I'm not here to talk about.
Watch CTE.
I'm not here to talk about who fucking stands for the flag, who doesn't, who does this, who does that. No, I don't want to know about it.
Yeah,
I want to watch football. Same thing.
I don't turn on football until like minute 2 of the game.
And I'm not even. And again,
first 2 minutes are stupid.
That has. Maybe I agree with it. Maybe I don't.
But we also talked about that with NASCAR.
Yeah.
Just to kind of bring it back full circle. Like, we don't get the shit out of here.
Yeah, like I'm not saying I agree or disagree. And dude, maybe she's right. I mean, give her a round of applause for beating every dude in the movie.
Being a badass woman.
Yeah, like go for it. I'm not saying I don't disagree with it. I'm just saying it makes the movie about that and not about the story that they tried to
put behind it.
Yeah. And that's all. That's my biggest gripe.
Agreed.
So, hate me or not, I guess that's how I'm going to defend myself.
Yeah. But lots of good movies coming. We have 9 days.
I know, dude. Oh my god.
9 days.
Woo!
And I'm almost positive that the movie theater will be up by then. In the basement.
Oh. I was gonna say they're taking it to the movie theater. What the fuck? I was like, for a second, I thought you were.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All of the stuff is in the garage, and we're slowly putting it together. So yeah.
I'm trying to see.
Dude, that's gonna be lit.
Yo, I am so.
That's like a Wednesday, isn't it?
Fucking pumped for. When does it come out?
The 17th, I thought.
I thought it was 18th.
It might be the 18th. I'm excited. It's gonna be so good.
Snyder Cut. I'm trying to see like when I work and
Snyder Cut comes out March 18th. You're right.
Oh, I just shit my pants.
Well, we'll figure it out because obviously I can wait a few extra days if we need to, or you can come over.
Well, it's probably better for a weekend because I work nights and then I got school and shit.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me end this and we can talk about that.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, all the things you do. I don't know if you've seen recently, but there's been like 4 comments on each thing. It's been great. Thank you.
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
Eric, Mike, you guys laying down the heat. Mike, one of our drivers, was like, he talked about you having your scrotum stuck to your leg, and he's like, I love this. Oh, bye.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Mike, if you heard about, I got more of those underwear, amazing, and I got my other 5 pair in the mail.
Stop giving them free content, free ad space.
I didn't say who they were. I just said I got more of them.
Sheaths.
Yeah, you did that.
Yeah, shut up. All right, well, go buy Rogue. Use HWR 2020, all caps. Thank you to the rest of our sponsors. You guys are the best. Hot Lap Fridays are a freaking hit. It's been awesome.
That shit's funny.
I don't know where we're... Why is
that shit's funny.
Hot Lap Fridays?
Yeah.
It's not funny at all.
Yeah, that shit's funny.
Why is it funny? It's not...
Isn't there a video of Kluge in there?
In Hot Lap Fridays? No.
Yeah. Oh.
Hot Lap Fridays are just us going around the track.
Oh. I was going to say it's funny because Kluge sucks and it's funny to watch him suck, but...
I'll get him to do a lap this week.
All right.
We can do an oval.
All right.
Thank you all. Happy Monday. Go March. March is the best month of the year.
I wonder why.
My birthday.
Yeah.
Goodbye.